Hey, what's going on, guys? So I got a tackle warehouse order here. Got a few different things in this box. I've got a couple more lures that I wanted to review. Took advantage of that Independence Day sale that Tackle Warehouse had, and went ahead and got a couple things. Most of the stuff is just for my own personal use, but figured you guys would want to see it anyway. And then also, like I said, I have some other stuff in here that I want to review once I'm done with the frogs and kind of continuing through the summer theme of the lure review. So like some topwater stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you. It's a big box, but it's just because there's a couple of bigger things in here. Let's see. Move it off to the side here. Okay, I'm going to start out with the stuff I'm going to review. First thing we have here is the Molex Popper 65. Thought this was a very interesting looking popper. There's not another popper on Tackle Warehouse that looks anything like this thing, so thought it'd be interesting and kind of neat to review. So there's the Molex S Popper 65. You guys want to see the back? You guys can pause it and read what it has to say on there. Line suggested 8 to 14 pound nylon or fluorocarbon. Never thought about using fluorocarbon for a topwater lure, but that's a suggestion. Let's see what else we have in here. I have two of the yo-zuri 3D Prism Wave Motion Popper F, probably for the freshwater. A couple different colors here. This is part of their new series of their more affordable line of lures that they have that are around I think like $8 compared to their $16 price point on some of their their sashimi lines and some of their saltwater stuff that they have out there. You can see what it says there on the back. Japan patent. Pretty nice little popper there. What else do we have in here? Let's see, we have the Fish Arrow. You guys remember I did the Fish Arrow Best Vibration. This is the best popper. So a pretty expensive little popper, and it's not very big either. I think it's, well, it says it's 6 grams, but I think it's maybe 3/8 of an ounce, maybe even 1/3 of an ounce. It looks like it's pretty small. So you compare it up against like the 3DB here and give you an idea of how small it really is. It's pretty small, but again, I appreciated the quality that they put into the Best Vibration lure that I reviewed a couple months ago, and so I felt like that was an appropriate buy to try out something else that they had. So let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. Very interested to try this lure out. This is the Yellow Magic. And these are the big ones. Not a whole lot to the packaging here. Smoked shad and bone. So very similar to like the what do you call them? The Lobina Rico or the Donna Ivino Splash It 2. The Splash It 2 being the bigger size. Actually, these look very, very similar to the Splash It 2, but this is the Yellow Magic. Very, very nice little lure here. I mean, I can tell right off the bat that it's really nice. The hooks, I've heard that the hooks pretty much suck, but that's yet to be determined. It looks like one of the hooks, or one of the sets of hooks on this bone color here is different than the one on this one, so we'll go over those when I decide to review those lures later on this summer. What else we got in here? I think, let's see, this 1, 2, 3, 4. I got enough for, I think, 6. Yeah. So here's another one. This is kind of an oldie but goodie, one that I probably should have reviewed a long time ago. This is the Rapala Skitter Pop. I think that Tackle Warehouse got these in more recently. They didn't have them for a long time, and now they've had them within the last year. They've had them. So Got one in silver and one in shad. This is the bigger one. This is the 9 size, so it's a fairly big popper. I expect it to possibly have a sachet walking motion if I twitch it correctly. So, and I know some people really enjoy this popping lure here by Rapala, so felt like it was only right to throw a review at it. So let's see. And then I think I have one more in here. Right there. And the next one we have here is the Lake Fork. This is a pretty new one, actually. This is the Lake Fork Magic Popper. Again, this is kind of like that same style of popper as that Don Iovino and the Lobina. So you can look at the back there. See, I have one in lavender, ghost shad, and one in bone. Everybody likes that white color there, so and it's always done pretty well for me. It just seems to be kind of like a universal good color to use. So there's that. Looks like it comes with pretty decent hooks on them, feather trailers. Nice little popper there. So 6 reviews. I'm not going to start these until I get done with the frogs. I've got a couple more weeks of the frog reviews, and then I'll be done with those. And then I'll jump into these. And then these will only take me a couple weeks to get through with these. And then once I'm through with those, then I'm going to review some walking baits. So then the stuff I got for myself, obviously the order came with the t-shirt, that maroon one. But some of the stuff I got for myself here. I got 3 of these Lucky Craft wake baits. These are the 3.5 size. I really dig on some of these colors. I have some of the 2.5s and the 1.5s. I don't really love the 1.5 size as much as I like the 2.5, so I figure like the 3.5 size, this is a really big crankbait wake bait. I thought that these would be really, really good since they were bigger. So, and these are all on the TO colors that I really like, and like the lipless crankbaits and the 1.5s. So you got the TO gill, TO shad, and TO craw here. So, and again, you can see it says 3.5 LC 3.5 wake on them. So really nice. Got a little bit of a rattle in it, not much, but just a really nice wake bait crankbait there. So there's that. I got these because I wanted to try these out again. I reviewed these last year sometime. I can't remember when exactly, but I got the smaller size. I forget what they call them, but this is the Biggie, and it's also the rattling version of it. Where last time when I reviewed them, I got the smaller version, and I got a non-rattling style of it. So I figured that I would give this another shot for me. It was a nice lure. It wasn't something that I was extremely impressed with or anything, but I felt like it was an okay lure. But I've seen the bigger one in stores, and I thought that, what the heck, I'd give the bigger one a shot. I'm not going to review it again or anything like that. I just wanted to try it out for my own personal peace of mind, I guess, to make sure that I wasn't missing something, because I know a lot of people really like this lure, and this is the rattling version, kind of like a one-knocking side-to-side version of a rattle in there. So there's that one, and then let's see. I got 3 more of these Don Iovino Splash It 2s, just because I really like the Don Iovino Splash It. I thought that they worked really well. I thought it was a really nice little popper there, and kind of keeping in the theme of the poppers I was buying, I figured I would buy some of the ones that I liked, some more of the ones that I liked. So I got these Don Iovino Splash Its in a couple different colors that I didn't have. So there's those ones there. So I'm going to give you guys a focus on there so you can see what we're looking at. This color is really nice. So just a really nice popper, and they have a great rattle in them, which was something that I was always really impressed with when I was in the process of reviewing that lure. So there's that. And then the bread and butter of my order here. Let's see, let's shove this stuff on the floor. So we have the Spro Fat Johns. I really like this square bill crankbait a lot. Probably one of my favorites. And they came out with a smaller size to the Fat John. They have like the baby Fat John, I guess it is now. And unfortunately, in my town, I cannot find any place that sells a Fat John, big or small. This is a color that I already have. I've caught a lot of fish on that color there. And I really wanted to try the baby Fat John, so and because I like them so much, and usually the crankbaits that I like, I have several of the same crankbaits that I like. If I like them, then I buy them. But I only have the 2 of the Fat Johns, and one of them is just, I mean, it's beat to hell, to be honest with you guys. So I figured, you know, before I lose it and I kick myself if I'm ever on a square bill bite that is wanting that Fat John, I better get a couple more. So I don't normally do this for you guys where I take them out of the package, but I figured since these are for my own personal use and not for review or anything, you're not going to see them on a video again. So we have 4 of the bigger Fat Johns here. So there's those ones. So give you guys an idea of what those look like. Chartreuse blackback, citrus shad, cellmate, and nasty shad there. And pretty much the same colors, but in the small versions as well. This is the first time I've ever even seen these baby Fat Johns in person. I've looked at them a lot on the internet, and like I said, I really like the Fat Johns. I figured I would give these small ones a shot. So same colors, with the only difference being this one, or this one is just a muted version of a chartreuse blackback. So really nice square bill. I call them square bill crankbaits because that's essentially what they are. You use them in the same situations that you would a square bill crankbait, but not really a square bill crankbait in the traditional sense, because they have more of that coffin bill size, or coffin bill style, I should say, not size. But and then I also got some Plano 3700s. I got these 3700s because these ones have nothing inside of them. There's no dividers or anything like that in them. And that's what I like to put my soft plastics in. One of these days I'll have to show you guys how I organize some of my stuff. But that's it. I mean, kind of a big order here. Mostly just hard baits and some poppers for review. So 6 styles of poppers for review, and then you guys will be seeing me fish some of these throughout the next year or so. So if you guys like the video, please hit the like button down there in the lower left corner. I appreciate that. And if you guys have any questions on any of these things, let me know and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. You guys can visit me on Facebook, and I usually get back to people a little more quicker on Facebook. I'm usually checking that a little more often. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon.
Ready to play?